All the bright minds in NASCAR got together for this new format. We have to start with the king, right? Richard, what were your thoughts when you heard this new race format introduced?
Well, the way they're doing it, they're not going to change racing. The guys that do the best jobs are going to still win races. The deal is, I'm going to be confused on where'd my car run. When the race is over, we add up all the points. This guy is ahead of me, and I finished better in the race, but he finished better in a portion of it. So it's going to be kind of confusing. But once you get it laid out, I'll probably understand it.
Just watch Danielle and I every day, and we will keep you posted on how this whole thing works. And we did the math. If this format had been in place years ago, you would have won like 15 championships.
I love that.
So feel good about it. Feel good about it, Richard.
All good.
Danielle said it. You were in the room, a part of the process. Take us behind the scenes on what went down to get us where we are today, Jim.
Well, and I hear a lot of people saying, "Okay, I gotta watch this. I gotta see a few races before we really understand it," and that is true. But I can tell you that the intensity and the incentive and I think that those breaks, all the things that are going to be incorporated into that are going to just make for better racing. In the end, there's going to be a winner, so that's not going to change. Everybody's going to be racing hard, but it really does change the regular season in how every single race I think matters more than it ever has in the past. Those playoff points are going to be huge for the end of the season, so you're going to be wanting to accumulate as many of those as possible, and all that means is that in each of these races, up until that stage, 1 or 2, you're going to be racing as hard as you can, and the strategy that's going to play out from the crew chiefs, I think it's going to be huge.
I think for me, what I'm concerned about is how clear it is to everybody. I mean, it sounds really exciting. I commend NASCAR and everybody getting together to make some changes and shake it up and make things better yet. But I have had a lot of people come up to me, just like Richard just said, and say, hey, look, this has got me scratching my head. How do I figure all this out? There's a lot of points, a lot of moving parts. But I guess what it's going to, in my part, I think I'm just going to have to sit back and watch this thing happen again and again and again before you really got it down in its second nature and you really understand it and got it. But I'll tell you, it's a big move. There's no doubt about one thing. They went all in, so to say, and made a big change in trying to make this better. But still, when the whole front part of this race is done and the last part takes over, the last big race, that's going to be still, can they pass good and be competitive on the racetrack and put a good show on? Because most of the people want to see what's going to happen when they get to the checkered flag. And I think it's probably all these teams are better and better. And probably the thing that's on my mind most to make that happen is the rules they changed, lower downforce, softer tires, to make the car slip and slide a little bit better and put on a bigger race. If all that comes together, these cats got a home run.
It should be a lot of fun to watch, and we'll learn more as it goes on for sure. And it will lead to a lot of crazy racing, probably everybody trying to get to those segments and win that segment to get more points. Back in the day, we had the halfway leader award that gave money away. So I kind of look at it that way because, there are times that you would race for that and be a lot of strategy for that. And this is kind of plays along the same lines. So I think it is going to be exciting, and you're going to see guys that are going to take more chances and everything like that. So we'll learn more as it goes on, but I see 3 races in one, and a lot of things could happen.